North Korea issues chilling WW3 threat: "We will make the U.S. bitterly regret its strategy." A foreign ministry spokesman for Kim Jong-un claimed that the Trump administration's arrogant national security strategy report was nothing but the proclamation of aggression aimed at holding sway over the world. The spokesman added, "The international society should remain vigilant against the maneuvers of the gang of Trump to invade and control the DPRK by igniting a nuclear war at any cost in the Korean peninsula, and see through the ulterior motive behind the U.S. repeated talk of dialogue, designed to cover up its evil intention and mock the world. As the U.S. set its diplomatic and security policy at crushing us militarily and is publicly aiming a sword at us, we will make the U.S. bitterly regret its strategy with our cannons." On Monday, the Trump administration unveiled its national security strategy, which detailed the challenge posed by North Korea's nuclear missile program to the U.S. The report said, "North Korea is ruled as a ruthless dictatorship without regard for human dignity. For more than 25 years, it has pursued nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles in defiance of every commitment it has made. Today, these missiles and weapons threaten the United States and our allies. The longer we ignore threats from countries determined to proliferate and develop weapons of mass destruction, the worse such threats become, and the fewer defensive options we have." In a foreword written by the U.S. President, Donald Trump added, "We are rallying the world against the rogue regime in North Korea." Following the report's release, Pyongyang on Friday hit back, claiming peace and stability on the Korean peninsula had been jeopardized by previous U.S. administrations throwing out all agreements. The official said, "Out of our will to safeguard the peace and stability on the Korean peninsula and put an end to the nuclear threat and blackmail and the hostile policy of the U.S., we held bilateral talks with the U.S. and various forms of multilateral talks such as the four-party talks and the six-party talks over the last 2 decades, and during the course we had reached some agreements. However, the previous U.S. administrations threw all the agreements reached with us into a garbage can like waste paper under the absurd assumption that the DPRK would collapse, even branding it as a rogue state, axis of evil, outpost of tyranny and target of preemptive nuclear strike. We chose the road of possessing the nuclear weapons to defend our sovereignty and rights to existence and development in the face of ever-increased hostile moves and nuclear threats and blackmail of the U.S. We are convinced that the only way to ensuring a lasting peace on the Korean peninsula is to have the deterrence that ensures a practical balance of force with the U.S. The gang of Trump likes to pose itself as if its country is a world superpower. However, the U.S. is nothing but a corpse going to the grave." The news comes amid fears Kim Jong-un could be plotting another missile launch as tensions escalate with the U.S. The despotic leader's mouthpiece reported that Kim Jong-un had visited the active volcano Mount Pektu on Friday, a site which has repeatedly been used by North Korean leaders before making significant decisions. The ominous visit comes as satellite images reveal fresh activity at Kim Jong-un's nuclear test site. In November 2013, Kim visited the mountain with his aides a month before he executed top officials including Jang Song-thaek, his uncle, and political guardian. Then in April 2015, he visited the volcano again just before executing Hyun Yong-thil, a former defense chief. Kim has reportedly visited Mount Pektu 5 times during his 6-year rule, but this is the first time he is making a visit in December, suggesting a potential Christmas or New Year's Day launch. Welcoming in the 2017 New Year on January 1, Kim Jong-un made a chilling announcement that North Korea was close to testing an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. North Korea has since test-launched 3 ICBMs. The first was in July and the latest one Kim Jong-un claimed was capable of reaching all the U.S. mainland. A South Korea government insider warned, Kim Jong-un is following in his father's footsteps and visiting the mountain at times of important decisions regarding the state. Kim Jong-il did the same. He visited the mountain right before announcing in 1974 his list of 10 social decorum, which includes the commandment that the people remain completely loyal to the head of the state, said a South Korean government insider. Kim Jong-il also visited the mountain just before executing Kim Tong-kyu, then senior official for international affairs, In 1977,